To Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen, today is November the 18th, 2021, and we're going to be talking about AEW. Most of AEW was interviews and segments. There's so much of it. We know that, my God, I don't even know what I'm saying. We got some matches that will happen for Rampage. Whew. For Rampage, we got, No, that's next week. We got Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. We even saw Bobby Fish trying to do the Undisputed Era thing. That's undisputed, but he can't say that because it's a WWE thing, so he can't do that. So we heard that Adam Cole and Bobby Fish will be versing Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy because the Young Bucks can't wrestle. They weren't cleared to wrestle. And the TBS Women's Championship tournament is still going on. Oh my God, there's so many. Why is this tournament is taking so long? I know, it's supposed to end in January. We got an MJF segment saying that he's the next challenger for the world title. Nobody's on his level until CM Punk came out and stared down MJF. MJF introduced himself and he wants a handshake. CM Punk just laughed and walked away. And then a whole bunch of people just had interviews. And we heard that there will be an 8-man tag team match in the special Thanksgiving episode next week on Dynamite. Cody Rhodes, Pac, and the AEW World Tag Team Champions Rey Fenix and Pentagon will be versing Malachi Black, Andrade, and FTR in a 8-man tag team match. That will be happening there too. And we heard that Bryan Danielson will be versing Colt Cabana because they're going to be in Chicago. I will tell you guys more about that because he told us why he wants to fight Colt Cabana. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get to this. We got the celebration of Hangman Adam Page, Cowboy Beep, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other word on YouTube. But ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy celebration. And we got the Dark Order, we got balloons, and we got Hangman. And then Hangman has some words to say. And then Bryan Danielson came out because he heard his name from Mr. World Champion for the World Champion, Adam Page. He came out and he congrats the champion, and then it turned into a brawl between these guys. They had some words, and then a brawl happened. And then the first match of the evening, we got Bryan Danielson will be versing Evil Uno. Pretty decent match. Not bad, I guess. The winner of that match was Bryan Danielson by submitting Evil Uno with a triangle choke. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he was interviewed by Tony Schiavone, and looks like Bryan Danielson might turn heel because he was getting booed out of the building. And he says, whenever it's time for me to verse Adam Page for the world title, for now on, right now, starting now, because he beat Evil Uno, he says he's going to take L's, knock everybody's head out of each member of the Dark Order. He already did it to Evil Uno. And now he says we're going to Chicago next week, and I know there's a member of that Dark Order is from Chicago, and that's Colt Cabana. So he issued a challenge to Cabana in a match. And it's official. Tony Khan made it official. Then we got Orange Cassidy. Will be teaming up with Ishii. Something, I forgot his name. The New Japan guy versus The Blade and The Butcher. It was a pretty decent match. I'm okay with it. But the winner of that match was Orange Cassidy and Ishii getting the win. Good job for them. Then we got Nar Rose versus Cedar in the TBS Women's Championship match. I forgot the name of the championship. Is it TBS Women's Championship? The TBS Women's Championship. I'm not a big fan of long tournaments, man. Like, I understand you want to wait until January, but you couldn't do this on December, the whole December? Why was it on October, November, December, until January? Why is that being so long? I just want to see the belts on somebody. Why do we have to wait so long? But ladies and gentlemen, Nar Rose got a little help of winning this match because of Serena Deeb came out and attacked Cedar, and then Nar Rose gets the win. So Cedar is not part. Nar Rose is the only one that actually won a match, and well, technically she did get a buy-in as well because of the rankings. That's kind of stupid for me, but okay. Then we got Leto Rush and Dante Martin will be versing the Acclaim, and I thought it was a pretty decent match. I love the team between Leto Rush and Dante Martin with the high fly and the flippy dippy doos. And ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed it, but the winner of that match was Leto Rush and Dante Martin. And then Team Taz came out and still trying to pressure Dante Martin to team up Team Taz. You're going to get a legendary career. Guys, I got a question, okay? And I want a true, I already know the question. I know the answer. What has Team Taz done? Please tell me. Ricky Starks is holding a title that is not even part of AEW. It's not an AEW title. It's FTW title. Nobody cares about that title because it's not part of the show. So he has not done anything. Since when he been on Dynamite? No, I'm talking about wrestle on Dynamite. He hasn't wrestled anything. And then they said Powerhouse Hobbs has a legendary career. What has he done? He fought Brian Cage. And now he's a jobber on AEW, that Monday show, Evolution. I forgot what it's called. AEW Dark and Rampage. When is the last time we see him on Dynamite? Like, seriously. I don't think if Dante Martin signs with those guys, you're going to be like those guys and not get used. You're going to be nothing. I'm sorry to say it, but they haven't been used for a long time. I'm surprised they actually could do this segment. But ladies and gentlemen, they haven't wrestled on Dynamite. The big show that everybody knows is Dynamite. Or a pay-per-view. They weren't on pay-per-view. They were on the pre-show giving a contract to Dante Martin. They haven't wrestled on Dynamite or a pay-per-view for a while. They've been in Casino Battle Royals maybe, but not a normal one-on-one match or a tag team match or anything like that. Buzzsaw bug, stupid fly. Sorry guys. But ladies and gentlemen, Dante Martin better be smart. Team up with Leto Rush. People loves the high-flying crazy duo like these guys, and these guys could actually win tag team titles. Don't team up with Team Taz. Then we got our main event. Sami Gabora defends his TNT title against Jay Leto. And it was pretty cool to see Jay Leto in a match because I haven't seen him wrestled since TNA. I don't know how good he got since he was in Ring of Honor because I don't watch Ring of Honor. But ladies and gentlemen, it was pretty cool to watch him. It was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Sami Gabora getting the win and retaining the title. But we got Tony Nese still sitting in the audience watching this match. Another guy that's not going to get pushed. I'm sorry to say it, but AEW has too many people. And doesn't feel like this is an opportunity for anyone. People say SmackDown is an opportunity. I think SmackDown gives more opportunities. We've seen new faces in the WWE more than we see on AEW. All we see is the Elite or Super Click, Hangman Adam Page because he made his return, and the Dark Order, and now Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy and those guys because they have their rivalry. We don't see a lot of guys like Matt Sydal. We don't see Who else is there? We won't. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Tony D's. He hasn't wrestled on Dynamite yet. I don't think a lot of people is going to get pushed because they only have 3 titles for the world champion for the men's. You see, on WWE they have 4 different titles. No, 6 different titles for the men's. But they have 2 different brands. They got Raw and SmackDown. They divided the superstars to get opportunities to those titles. They got a world title, mid-card title, and a tag team title on each show. Just like on NXT, they got some mid-card titles, world titles. They got 2 mid-card titles. They got a Cruiserweight title and a North American title. They got a tag titles. Even for the women's, they got a tag team titles and a women's championship, a world title. But AEW has the same thing, but there's so many people that's not going to get the opportunity. They got a world title, they got a mid-card and a tag team titles, but they're not doing anything for the other guys. The ranking is getting really annoying because only those guys get an opportunity to the titles, except for the guys that actually deserves the opportunity. You brought the people that got released from WWE because they're not getting used. People are getting upset and they say, "Oh, bring them to AEW." They bring them. They're not getting used. They're not getting used. They're getting overlooked. They're getting overlooked. I'm okay with one night appearance like Kalisto did to get some hype. But signing him, I don't think that's going to help him. Maybe Impact Wrestling will help him because there's less wrestlers in there. And they always have like a multi-man match. They have a bunch of titles for the men's. They got 2 mid-cards, digital media title, and the X Division title. Anyone could win that title. They got a world title and they got a tag team titles. Even with the knockouts, they got a women's championship. They got a mid-card title, the digital media title, and they got a tag team titles. AEW needs to learn that they can't keep on signing people. That's what WWE did before. They signed too many people and nobody gets an opportunity. Now they have no choice to use some of these guys because they got less guys. And that means more opportunities. Even the women too. Now they have no choice to use these guys because less people they have. Just like Impact Wrestling. They have no choice to use these guys because they have less people. If they want a 2-hour show, they're not going to put the same guys in the same match every single time. They have to use some jobbers, some mid-card title guys, and some world champions level, I guess. I don't know. I think everybody's a world champion level. But that's what I think. I think AEW needs to learn. I think Tony Khan needs to learn. I understand that he could be... This is like his new company that been there for 3 years only. WWE been here for decades, just like Impact Wrestling. Been in there for decades. But you need to learn that you can't have so many... You have less titles and more wrestlers. You have more wrestlers than titles. I think Ring of Honor has more titles than wrestlers. They got a 6-man tag titles, a normal tag team titles, a mid-card title, or do they have 2? I think they have 1 television title, a world title, and they got a women's title. And I think that's NWA. NWA has the tag team titles for the women's. Not Ring of Honor. But ladies and gentlemen, I think Tony Khan needs to be smart about this and stop signing people because not a lot of people are going to get pushed. And some of those releases, I was upset. But I'm going to be more upset if they join AEW because they're not getting any opportunities. Just like people say, they're not getting opportunities in the WWE. But I think Kalisto got more opportunities in WWE than he will ever get in AEW. Or Tony Nese. I think Tony Nese was on every episode of 205 Live. It doesn't matter if he loses or wins. He's been on every episode on 205 Live while he's in WWE. More than he will be on AEW. Just like Christian Cage. I think, no, Christian Cage's been in more matches than Edge. But Edge was injured on the neck. So there's a difference. The guy can't wrestle every single week. He's not a full-timer. He's a part-timer that is on a full-time brand, but he's a part-timer. Just like Brock Lesnar. He's a part-timer, but he's part of SmackDown. Just like Edge, he's part of Raw, but he's a part-timer. It's only if they have good ideas, a good rivalry for Edge, like what they did with Randy Orton in 2020 and 2021 with Seth Rollins. If they could have a good long rivalry for him that he doesn't have to show up every single week and try and make it personal, then he could come back like Randy Orton did. Randy Orton injured him. He was gone for a couple weeks, and then a big pay-per-view, he wrestled Randy Orton just like Seth Rollins. He injured him. He was gone for a couple weeks, and then he made it more personal, and then Edge came back. That's what they looks like what they're trying to do for Edge. AEW, looks like everybody's like part-timers in AEW, because not a lot of people is getting used. I'm surprised that Billy Gunn is getting used on a Rampage show. He's versus Darby Allin. I'm surprised. Because they're undefeated, but they're undefeated on AEW Dark. Like, seriously. When is the last time you see QT Marshall and his team, the Factory, in a match in AEW Rampage or AEW Dark? I mean, AEW Dynamite. I don't like the guy because he's annoying. But when is the last time you've seen him? Yeah, Aaron Solo and that Nick Corrado, somebody, well, I don't know his name. He's a big guy. Supposed to be the young, talented guys that should get opportunities. But they're not getting opportunities. They signed Fuego del Sol. What's the point of that? He hasn't been on Rampage when he was not on contract. But now he's on contract. He's an afterthought. I'm sorry to say it. The guy has more camera time on Sami Gabora's vlogs than he has on TV time. I'm sorry to say it. He was on AEW Dark, but that's not TV. That's YouTube. If you were talking about TV, that's AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, or pay-per-views. Fuego del Sol, since he got contracted, has not been on any of these. I think he's been on one Rampage. I think. Was he on one Rampage when he versed Miro? Was he contracted when he versed Miro and he lost his car? I think so. I think he was contracted. And then that's it. That's the end of it. When Sami won the title, nothing happened. So, they're signing too many guys, and they're just being afterthoughts. I like Leo Rush. I'm happy they're using him. Tony Nese is great, but they're not using him. They signed him, but they're not using him. Now, I understand that he is watching the TNT title. He might get the TNT title match. But they're not doing much right now. He's supposed when you sign somebody, they should get a couple of wins or a couple of losses. Like Adam Cole. But you know why he's on more TV time? Is because he is part of the Super Clique. The EVPs of AEW. The vice presidents of AEW. That's why he's more TV time. That's why he's with Young Bucks more than he's on his own. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm just telling you guys what I think. And what should change with AEW. What they do. If they're going to keep on signing people, they have to make AEW Rampage a secondary show. Put some titles on there. Put some titles on AEW Dynamite. Put a brand on it. I understand they don't want to do that, but if you're going to sign a whole bunch of people, that's not going to help at all. If you're going to have one show, one top show, and you have like more than 10 guys trying to get an opportunity to be, it's a 2-hour show, and you guys having a whole bunch of segments and interviews, nobody's getting an opportunity. And you want to sign these former WWE superstars, they are upset of their creative from WWE, and then they're going to come to AEW, they're going to feel the same way because it's not any different. I think Impact Wrestling could be something different with the creative, because I see mostly everybody getting used. The knockouts, the X divisions, the world title champions, everybody getting used on there. Because there's not a lot of people. They have a 2-hour show that has maybe almost like 10 guys in there. They got a couple of tag teams, a couple of people that could go for the X Division title, a couple of people could go for the world title and knockouts to go for the tag titles and go for the knockouts title. I'm saying that Impact Wrestling is being more smart, not signing more people in. They're not, every time there's a release superstar, they're not keep on looking and waiting to sign somebody in. Not like AEW. They're waiting until WWE to release some people that they could, here's a contract, sign it and you will get an opportunity. No opportunity. Let's see when is the next time we're going to see Miro in a match. Let's see. Miro was having a great time. He had been having great opportunities before he came. The first time he came in, having a whole bunch of matches. That's because it was a pandemic. Now everybody's back. Everybody could wrestle. Everybody's in the United States. People that was in Canada or the United Kingdom, they could fly to the United States now. They could wrestle. Now it's different. Let's see when is the next time we see Miro. Will it be on the last week of November? Or are we going to see him in December? Or are we going to see him in the next year? We will find out. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Impact Wrestling Results. Tyler is out. Bye!